Welcome to the GoPro Cineform Studio tutorial, Convergence. Once you have converted GoPro Cineform clips as shown in the tutorial Converting, they will be automatically imported into the converted clips list. To make 3D convergence adjustments, select the desired clip to open in the player window. This clip will help briefly explain a definition of convergence, which is what gives depth to 3D. Convergence is the point at which the subject from the left and right perspective align together and appear as one. We'll refer to this as the screen plane. The software analyzes the clip when converting and creates an automatic convergence. Try on your red and blue glasses now. Many times this automatic convergence is sufficient, but sometimes adjusting convergence manually is necessary. Take this clip for example. The software's automatic convergence has already set the screen plane at the jump on the right-hand side. If you imagine the screen plane as the flat surface of your computer or TV, anything behind the screen plane will recede back into the image, and anything in front of the screen plane will pop out of the image. At the moment, the screen plane is a little too far into the background. To properly balance your 3D clip, you'll need to bring the screen plane forward. Inside the 3D convergence controls, click and hold the horizontal slider. Move the slider to the left to push the screen plane back. Move the slider right to pull the screen plane forward. To converge our snowboarder clip, slide to the right slightly to pull the screen plane closer until it's converged to his beanie and goggles. Notice how the trees and the chairlift lines recede into the background and the tip of the snowboard pops out towards you. For more refined adjustments, use the arrows to the right of the slider. The key is to find an even balance between the foreground and the background. Keep in mind, the farther apart the left and right perspectives, the more strain will be put on your eyes. Your clips can be displayed in many different 3D viewing modes. To help judge the amount of depth between foreground and background, select anaglyph red, cyan, BW, or black and white. This is a helpful mode for reducing eye strain when adjusting convergence over a long period of time. Difference mode makes refined adjustments easier by allowing you to see the difference between the left and right perspectives. This mode is best for precise alignment of your screen plane. Notice how his head and goggles have nearly disappeared. This is an easy way to identify where your screen plane is when in difference mode. The vertical convergence slider should only be used in specific instances and only if necessary. Vertical alignment needs to be as exact as possible for left and right perspectives, as discrepancies between the two views can cause visual discomfort. To bring your convergence controls back to the original settings, click on either the name horizontal or vertical. Keyframes are an important part of adjusting convergence for video. With keyframes, you can adjust and gradually change the screen plane multiple times within the duration of a single clip. To show you how this works, we'll operate in difference mode and keyframe our clip. At the start of the clip, we'll converge our screen plane to the rider. Press the plus button to set your first keyframe. Let's move farther along in our clip in order to set our second keyframe. Once the playhead has moved off the initial keyframe and stopped at the next convergence point, press the plus button again to set the second keyframe. Now, adjust your slider controls. You can play back to watch the gradual adjustment between the two keyframes and set as many keyframes as necessary. If you want to readjust any previous keyframes, click the forward and backward arrow buttons. Remember, all of the image and convergence adjustments save automatically to your GoPro Cineform clips. These clips can be imported into third-party editing programs such as Final Cut, iMovie, Avid, Premiere, and many others. Because GoPro Cineform clips contain active metadata, image and convergence can be adjusted in GoPro Cineform Studio while simultaneously using those clips in other editing programs. Because the image and convergence adjustments are saved automatically within the GoPro Cineform clips, you can also import previously converted clips into GoPro Cineform Studio and adjust any of the settings at any time. Once you've converged your clip and set keyframes, you can make further image adjustments, which are shown in the Image Adjustments tutorial. Otherwise, your clip is ready for export. You can either import the converged GoPro Cineform clip into other editing programs, or export to a compressed side-by-side file. This concludes the GoPro Cineform Studio Convergence tutorial. For more in-depth information and instructions on how to proceed from here, exporting and publishing, check out additional tutorials at gopro.com/3D.